Hello. So, what I'm doing here is I'm planting some Monstera Deliciosa seeds that I got off of an Etsy shop. I paid for 5. They sent me 10, actually 11 seeds. Um, this is my first time really looking at them, and I'm kind of getting ready to get them started. I've read somewhere that if you do a hydrogen peroxide mixture with water, that it speeds the process up of sprouting the seeds. So, I'm being very unprofessional here and taking a sip out to take some of the water out of the bottle. Going about that much. They say to take a capful, sometimes 2 capfuls of the hydrogen peroxide, and you're going to add it to the bottled water. So, me trying to figure out how to do it. There we go. The cap back on, and yeah, 1 or 2, like I said. Put the cap back on the bottle, give it a shake, a little mix, and then just put it off to the side. I realized later that I don't think I used the spray bottle, so I don't really know why I had it out. I think I had the intention of misting the paper towels with it, but I don't think I ended up doing it. So this is my first time taking them out of the bag, and I've noticed that a lot of them have sprouts already as I'm showing the camera. So I wasn't really expecting that. So I don't end up putting all of them in the paper towel. Actually end up putting these straight into the dirt, which will be a little later in this video. And I decided to do a voiceover because my kids were running around in the house, my husband was packing for boot camp, and it was just kind of loud in the house, so I figured I would try my hand at doing a voiceover. Right now I'm dividing the seeds up based off of the sprouts that they've got. I end up planting 8 of them and then putting 3 of them in the paper towels. So, yeah. So here I am realizing that I have 3 of them that haven't sprouted very well. As I can show you, they don't really have a sprout on them like the rest of them do. So I've decided that I'm going to try and speed the process up with these 3, so they end up being the ones that I put in the paper towel. So I ended up getting a regular dish towel to kind of help with mess. And I decided to do it this way instead of the way I've seen other people do it, where they put the seeds in the paper towels first and do it. That probably would have been a lot easier, but then again, I don't think it really matters. This wasn't that hard doing it with it being already a little wet, but I get to this point and I realize, they're not really in the middle, so I end up unfolding it and moving them over just slightly so that they're more center after I fold it one more time. But I actually think that this is easier for me to do it this way because I can see them in the paper towel as I'm folding them. But I'm just kind of adding a little extra on the dry parts of the paper towel, making sure that everything is nice and damp. So I'm adding some more to the back, just a little bit. Like I said, I put the dish towel there to kind of help anything that was excess coming out of the bottle. But see, you can see them there. So drying my hands off, putting the water back to the side. My family, we drink a lot of bottled water, so I'm marking this bottle as peroxide water, just so that my family don't drink it. Not that I think peroxide would hurt, but it might not taste very good. And then I am putting today's date of when I've put them in this bag with what they are. That's really just a creature of habit, because I do try to do this with vegetable garden seeds, as far as writing the name on there. But you do want to put the date on there so you have an idea of how long they've been germinating. So just put it in there, and you want to make sure you get all the air out. And they say to check on them in about a week or so, which I believe that's what I ended up doing. I think I had 2 weeks of them sitting on the counter. So here I am planting the other 8 seeds. I have my soil ready. It's, I really need to remember what type of potting soil I'm using. But I believe it's the black bag of the Miracle Grow. I try to use the one that doesn't have any of the moisture fillers in it. And then it's 3 parts potting soil, 1 part perlite. I'm putting about 4 seeds per pot. What you saw me doing there was I made the original hole too deep. So I ended up filling it back in a little bit and then putting the seeds down, because you definitely don't want to put the seeds down too far. Just from experience, I've had a lot of failed seeds by putting them in too deep. So I want to say I was probably about a 1/2 inch in the soil, maybe a little bit less than that. But yeah, I'm just kind of using hand gestures at this point because I didn't really know how I was going to do this video. But yeah, so I was just letting you know I was putting 4 in this pot as well. But yeah, what I really like about this potting soil is that it's very moist when you first use it, so you don't really have to add a lot of water when you put things in this potting soil. I think I added just a little bit of water on top of these just to give them something, but I pretty much was not really adding a lot, just a little bit. So we are just about a little over 3 weeks out. And this is what I have so far. So these are the 2 pots that I've actually potted straight into the dirt. And then this guy is the one that I had in the peroxide water. And I planted him a week and a half ago. And it looks like there was 3 seeds in here, and I think 1 didn't make it, so we've just got 2, which is fine for this size pot, but that's where we're at right there. So there's that. This one was slower going. I don't know if maybe the seeds were pushed down too far, but as you can see, there is a 4th one right there coming up. So it looks like all 4 seeds in this one were good. And then this one was the first one that did anything. And this had 4 as well, and we've only got 3. So altogether, out of the 11 seeds, we only lost 2 seeds. So at the moment, I know it can still change. I moved them over here to the window, and they did so much better. I did originally try them, mind the mess, over there in the corner, and I don't think they were getting enough of the good morning sun. So I moved them over here, and they took off like wildfire. And the seeds that were in the paper towel were sitting here anyway. So I think that's why they, plus the hydrogen, they just went like crazy. So I'm excited. I'm excited that out of all of it, I only lost 2 seeds. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, so that's that. Super sweet. Yeah, so I will post more updates as they go. I've been really slow at this last video.